boys and girls. For this singing time, you'll need a couple of spoons and then a book. So it's kind of like a table for you to use with the spoons. And then you'll also need some kind of like stuffed animal friend. You can just grab 1 or 2 or 3 or even 4 if you want. All right, grab your spoons and hold them just like this. And we're gonna go bottom, just like that, top. You got it? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we go. I want to tell my friends about our church and the happiness it brings to me. Freeze! Are your spoons copying my spoons? I'll tell them how the gospel was restored. Tell them how the Book of Mormon came to be. Good. Okay, I think 4 and 4 was a little bit easy for you. Do you think you could go 1, 2, 1, 2, just like that? 2, 2, 2, 2. It's kind of quick switching. Let's try it. I want to tell my friends about our church and the happiness it brings to me. I'll tell them how the gospel was restored. Tell them how the Book of Mormon came to be. Did you get it? All right, let's see if we can make it a little more interesting by adding some shapes with our spoon, okay? I want to tell my friends about our church. What could we do for church? Maybe make a little steeple like this. Could you squeeze that into the pattern? I want to tell my friends about our church. You got it? And the happiness it brings to me. What could we do for happiness? Maybe make a smile with our spoons. So we're gonna make a church for the first part, like a little steeple, and then a smile for the next part. Let's try. I want to tell my friends about our church and the happiness it brings to me. Good. Okay, the next part is about the gospel being restored. I'll tell them how the gospel was restored. It's like when you have something and then you bring it back. So maybe we do almost like arrows. I'll tell them how the gospel was restored. Did you do it? Tell them how the Book of Mormon came to be. What could we do for Book of Mormon? Maybe we do the shape of a book. 1, 2, 3. Kind of like a square or a rectangle. Just like that. 1, you do the top, and the sides, and the bottom. You got it? Tell them how the Book of Mormon came to be. Okay, let's put the whole thing together. I want to tell my friends about our church and the happiness it brings to me. Did you get the smile? I'll tell them how the gospel was restored. Tell them how the Book of Mormon came to be. Should we try a little faster? Here we go. See if you can stay with me. I want to tell my friends about our church and the happiness it brings to me. I'll tell them how the gospel was restored. Tell them how the Book of Mormon came to be. Good job. All right, let's see if you guys remember the sign language for these phrases. Do you remember how to sign Jesus has risen? Can you do it? Jesus has risen. Jesus has risen. You got it? What about he lives again? Do you remember? Can you do it? He lives again. Did you remember? He lives again. Those are in our Easter song. Do you remember how to sign Easter? So you make the E, your fingers go over on top of your thumb, and then we're gonna make it rise. Easter. Okay, do you remember joy? Like this, did you do that? What about hearts? That's an easy one, right? What about singing praises? You got it? 2 more. What about Savior? Did you remember this is Savior? The person who saves us, right? Our Savior. And then what about holy or divine? Did you remember that? Divine, we say in the song, holy. Okay, let's see if we can get those signs in the song. Can you put those signs in the song while I sing? Jesus has risen, Jesus our friend. We forgot to do friend. Did you remember it was this? Joy fills our hearts. Are you getting the signs? He lives again. Praises we sing to him this Easter time. Jesus has risen, Savior divine. Jesus has risen, Savior divine. How did you do? Did you get all the signs? Let's do it together and check your work. Here we go. Jesus has risen, Jesus our friend. Joy fills our hearts, he lives again. Praises we sing to him this Easter time. Jesus has risen, Savior divine. Jesus has risen, Savior divine. All right, so that was like a little review. Do you think that you could turn around or close your eyes so that you can't see me and do it all by yourself? Now, if you need to peek at me, that's fine. I'll do it again this time. But see if you can do it without watching me at all. Jesus has risen. Here we go. Jesus has risen. Jesus, our friend. Joy fills our hearts. He lives again. Praises we sing to him this Easter time. Jesus has risen, Savior divine. Jesus has risen, Savior divine. Good job. All right, you guys got your stuffed animals like these guys?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna sing our song, and what I want you guys at home to do and you guys to do is, can you arrange them nicely in like a little line so that we're ready for the next part of our song? Okay? All right. Jesus said, love everyone, treat them kindly too. Gotta get our friends ready. When your heart is filled with love, others will love you. Good job. Okay, are your animals all ready? So what we're going to do is we're going to pretend that these are our friends, and we're going to take care of them and show love to them, just like it talks about in the song. All right, so how are we going to do that? What's something we could do to show love to our friends? What about give them a hug? Do you think you could give your animals a hug? Okay, go for it. Jesus said, love everyone. Give them good hugs. Treat them kindly too. Nice. When your heart is filled with love, others will love you. Did you give hugs to your stuffed animal friend?
Yes.
All right, so now I want you to pretend that they're not your friends, but that they're people you don't even know. What's something that we could do to show love to people we don't even know? Could we give them food? Maybe pretend to feed them? Okay, pretend to feed each of your animals while I sing the song. Jesus said, love everyone, treat them kindly too. Oh, you're being so nice to these people you don't even know. When your heart is filled with love. Did they get enough to eat? Maybe a little water too. Others will love you. Oh, that's nice. You guys are showing so much love for your animals. All right, another way we can show love to people is by saying nice things to them. Do you think you could think of some nice things to say to your animal friends? I'll give you an example. Jesus said, love everyone. What a cute outfit you're wearing today. Treat them kindly too. I love hanging out with you. You're so awesome. When your heart is filled with love, oh, you are so funny. Others will love you. Thanks for being my friend. Do you think you could think of something nice to whisper to each of your animal friends? Let's try. When I stop singing, whisper something nice to your friends. Jesus said, love everyone. Treat them kindly too. When your heart is filled with love, others will love you. Did you try it? Did you think of nice things to say to your friends? Thank you for singing with me.